What's up, fellas? It's your boy Sean J coming at you live and direct with another one. Today's topic of conversation is the 4 cons of interlocking. The first con, fellas, potential damage. Okay, here we go. One of the drawbacks of getting the interlocking technique is that it can sometimes damage the hair, such as hair thinning, baldness, or even alopecia, bro. And I got a little story behind all that. So, my first pair of dreads, I got them interlocked mostly towards the middle to the end of my whole dread journey on my first pair of dreads. Now, I had my dreads for about 7 years, fellas. I had about 7 years, going strong for 7 years before I cut them. When my loctician would do my hair, she would wash them and then she would interlock them. But the thing is, when she would pass the dread through the root, she'd get so close to my scalp. She'd be literally tugging at my dread, bruh. Like literally tugging. That's way too tight, fellas. If your stylist is doing that to your hair, you gotta find, either you tell her straight up, listen, don't go that tight with my hair, it's too much strain on your scalp. Either tell her that or get you a new loctician, bro, because that's not the proper way to do it. That's leaving, you put too much tension on your hair, bro, on your scalp. You're not supposed to do it like that. And I noticed that when I cut my dreads, I really noticed when I cut my dreads for the first time, my hair on top was thinner. My hair was just thinner on top. It was thin on top. It wasn't bald. It wasn't like I was losing hair and there. You can just tell they were thinner. And my waves. Now listen, when I was in junior high in high school, my waves were dipping, bro, like this. They were dipping all the way through. After training my hair to get the waves again, my joints were shallow, bro. My joints were like this. I ain't gonna lie about it, my joints was not dipping as hard as it was when I was in junior high and high school, man. And I contributed that to the fact that she was just interlocking too hardcore. When she passed it through my root, it literally was too tight. It was too tight, bro. Like she was doing it way too, tugging at it just to pass it all the way through, bro. I'm like, man. And that's what happened, fellas. So that's the first con. That's the first con of interlocking. Potential of damage. The second con, fellas, is frizziness. One major cause of frizzy hair is low moisture. Most all hair types of dreads have the side effect of frizzy hair at some stage of the lock journey. Frizziness, everybody gets it, bro. Everybody gets the frizziness, all that stuff. Some people get it longer than others. But to reduce frizzy hair, keep your scalp your scalp and locks well moisturized. You want to keep them well moisturized 2-3 times a week, guys. However much your hair needs it, keep it moisturized. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Drink water. Water is your friend. And use essential hair oils to keep them moisturized. So my story behind the frizziness is when I had my first pair of locks, my loctician would always, after washing my hair first, wash my dreads, after washing my dreads, and then, nose to bother. After washing my dreads, when she would interlock them, after she would done interlocking, she would literally get some scissors and go up my dread like that to cut off all the frizziness. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's not a good thing because you want all your dreads to stay in your locks. I mean, you want all your hair to stay in matted. You want it all matted up. was cutting that off, so it's like it's giving them more potential to thin out eventually. Excuse me, guys. Got something on my nose. She was cutting off the frizz, and it looked good. Don't get it twisted, it looked good, but that's not good for your hair, guys. If your hair is salon, if you see her cutting, going up the shaft of your dread, cutting off all the frizziness, it's not good. You need that frizziness. You need all that hair. You need every strand of hair you can get, bro. No cap. You need that. Excuse me, guys. Con number 3, guys. Con number 3 is residue accumulation. Residue accumulation. So, interlocking patterns are pretty tight, which helps the accumulation of hair care products. For this product, try to detox locks using deep conditioning techniques to keep your locks neat and clean. Now, when you get your hair interlock, guys, you gotta remember. Oh man, you gotta remember, guys. When you get your hair interlock, remember the interlock creates a knot at the root of your dread, and inside that knot, inside that little knot, bro, inside that knot, traps in all the sweat, traps in all the dirt, and traps in all the product. Now, when you get your hair twisted, it does the same too, but not as bad as interlocking. Interlocking will trap in all that dirt, all the product, and all the sweat. So I noticed that when I would hop in the shower, bro. When I would hop in the shower at the end of the week, fellas, I'd be in there for 30, 45 minutes just going at it, bro. I was going at it, and then you would literally go like this to your hair. You literally squeeze, trying to squeeze that mess out, all that build up, bro. It's from the interlocking, bro. The interlocking joint. So yeah, fellas, that's another con. That's con number 3. Con number 4. The one and last one, guys. Con number 4. Con number 4 is thinner dreadlocks. Thinner dreadlocks, guys. So, one of the drawbacks of getting your hair interlocked is that your dreads will come out thinner than other types of dreads, right? Because you're using a crochet needle or a crochet hook and an interlocking tool for creating the locks, which result in thin locks. But the beauty with the dread is that you can change your locks at any time or any stage of your journey. And that's very true. You definitely change your locks at any stage of your journey. I think I was getting my hair twisted, I say about 70, 80% of the time. 70, 80% of the time. And then on the back end, once I started interlocking, I noticed that my dreads were getting skinnier, bro. Now these pair of dreads right here, this is my second pair of dreads. This is all retwists. So as you can tell, yeah, I got this little joint in front. I ain't gonna lie about it. You know, this is a small part, so that's another thing. If you want thicker dreads, ask the loctician for bigger parts. That's how you get thicker dreads. But anyways, what was I saying? Anyways, I seen after the interlocking, my hair wasn't as thick. It was more small. It was smaller. You can literally feel the lumps. You can literally feel the knots in the dreads as you go down the shaft of your hair. So, yeah, guys, getting interlocking is going to you're gonna have thinner dreadlocks. You're not gonna have them thick dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have thinner dreadlocks. So you might want to take that into consideration before you get interlocks. But the beautiful thing is, you can always go back to retwisting. You can always do the palm roll. You can always go back to that. So yeah, fellas, those are my 4 cons of interlocking. Subscribe, comment, share. Deuces.